as we continue our story on Hanuman and his greatness and the frequency of the energy of the lesson that the monkey god embodies and teaches us as yogis, we get into the next part of the story, which is about Anjana, who is a little boy who is the son of the wind god and of his mother who wanted him so badly, Anja. And so Anjana was, as any typical little boy would be, rambunctious, maybe seen as a troublemaker. But the thing that was special about Anjana is that he didn't realize that he was half God. So he wasn't aware of his divine self. He didn't realize all the powers that he had. And so as this little kid, he thought it was normal to just like be able to leap into the sky and fly, or to change his body big and small, or do all these cool things that gods could do that he didn't realize that other little boys couldn't do. And because of this, it got him in trouble sometimes. One day he was outside and he saw the sun, and the sun was full and bright and orange, and it looked like a juicy mango to him. And innocent in his ways, unaware of his divinity, he jumped up, thinking that the sun was a mango to take a bite out of it. Well, Sira, who is the sun god, the protector of the sun, saw this little boy, this little troublemaker, trying to eat his son, and could do nothing else but protect his son by throwing a lightning bolt at this little boy, at Anjana. The lightning bolt hit Anjana in the jaw and struck him down to earth, and he died. The wind god, his father, was very angry, very upset at what happened here. And he got so angry that he took a deep breath in. And as he did this as the wind god, he actually sucked up all of the air on earth. So angry and full of grief, he decided he was not going to exhale until he got his son back. The other gods immediately set an emergency meeting to sat down together to discuss, what are we going to do? The wind god is holding his breath. The creatures on earth are suffocating. The sun god is not giving in. The sun god, Sira, does not want this rambunctious little boy running around wreaking havoc. He's unsafe in her eyes. The people on earth, the creatures on earth are suffocating. The wind god is holding his breath, and Sira is upset. And little Anjana is dead. The gods come to an agreement, and they present it to the wind god and the sun god. And they say that they will restore little Anjana's life if the wind god exhales, gives earth back its wind. And as a result, to appease the sun god, there are two conditions. One, Anjana must change his name to Hanuman, and he can no longer be raised by his mother or his father. Instead, he needs to be raised by the monkey king in the jungle and become Hanuman, no longer Anjana. And two, Hanuman, with his new family and his new name, cannot remember his powers. He needs to have short-term memory, and so that he doesn't remember his divinity, that he doesn't remember that he's half-wind god, that he doesn't remember that he could fly and shape-shift and do all of these things. Vayu, the wind god, agreed. It wasn't ideal, but at least his son would be alive, and so he exhaled. Sira agreed, because now the monkey god would not be this rambunctious little child wreaking havoc on the sun. And now Hanuman was no longer Anjana, but instead connected with his monkey family to become part of the monkey warriors.